Hello everybody. I get a lot of questions about photography now because I have a lot of videos about photography on YouTube, and I'm happy to answer any of them, but I want to urge you to get your user manual out or just get your camera out. It's usually fairly easy. Put it in manual mode, learn how to change your aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. And also learn how to look at your light meter when you're in manual mode so you will have a correctly exposed picture. And then you can start doing a whole bunch of other stuff that you never did before in auto mode. Get your camera out, learn how to change those settings, and here are a couple of things you can do once you get into manual mode. Now, some of the stuff you can do when you get into manual mode is kind of be a little more creative than you can in automatic mode. Now right here I'll focus in on this lens, and I'll make it so the lens is kind of the subject of this picture. And I'll do that by isolating it. Okay, so right there I've kind of isolated the lens. Now if I wanted the background to be in focus as well, I could do that by raising my aperture. Now that's also letting less light into the lens, so I'm going to have to make some changes. Take my ISO maybe up to say 3200 and make the shutter speed longer. Check out my light meter, and that's the exact same exposure as I had in the last shot. There's the first shot, and there is the shot I just took. They're exposed exactly the same, but once you get in manual mode, you can drastically change the look of a picture. This is changing the depth of field. Big difference in the look and feel of that picture from that picture. I don't know if one's better than the other. It just depends on what you want. And in manual mode you have the choice whether to have this look or this look. You could expose and focus on the background and make that your subject if you wanted to. Try that out real quick. So you can really tell that the background is supposed to be your subject in that picture, as opposed to that picture when you know the lens is supposed to be the subject. Another really cool thing to do is to find out on your camera how much noise it produces. Get into the ISO, take a shot at 400, then change the ISO to 800, and make your settings so your light meter reads exactly the same as it did when you shot the ISO 400 shot. Then make it 1600. Come back in here, change your settings until your light meter lines up again. Then change it to 3200. Come back in, change your settings until the light meter reads in the middle again. And then take those shots, download them to your computer, and look at the noise levels. Look what's acceptable from your specific camera. All different cameras have different sensors and everything, and they're going to be a little bit different from one another. It's a good way to find out what your camera is capable of, and you can't do that if you don't know how to set your ISO. So get in there and learn how to set your ISO and all these settings yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer any question I can to the best of my ability. Have a great day, guys.